Did you cheat?
No, we didn't cheat.
Did you play off stream?
Yeah, definitely played off stream. So I was really bored and one day, and basically I got tired of working on Factomart literally every single episode while people got to go do stuff. So I was like, hey Jay, how about you just start up the server so that I can do the do the Factomart crap that I don't really want to continue doing exclusively on stream, because I spend 4 hours just placing conveyor belts and building stuff, and then other people get to go do fun things, and then I just am like, this is annoying. Well, a couple of people get to go do stuff.
You played so long that all my conveyor belts are backed up.
Yeah, we played a little while.
We also had to fix a power problem.
Your power was busted for whatever reason.
What'd you do to my power?
Nothing.
I also shut off your bauxite. I'm going to give you a friendly notification that I shut off your bauxite, because that was spilling over to the main line.
What?
Yeah.
What indeed?
Had to figure out where in the spaghetti that was coming from.
Wait. Now, you went all the way to the lake and shut off my miner?
I went to where the rubber and the bauxite come together.
Where the rubber and the bauxite come together. Okay.
The fact that you don't necessarily know straight off, it speaks volumes to what was over there. So I'm flying over to Factomart to show what we did.
Wait. So did you disable it at the rubber factory, or did you disable it on my end of things? In town. So you're telling me there's no bauxite
I disabled it at the very
coming...
first. Yeah, I disabled it at the very first moment where it was strictly bauxite and nothing else. So it's backed by that rubber plant.
Okay, then I'll go fix that first.
Well, no. I think the first thing you need to do is fix it at your place so that you have an awesome sink or something, so things can go in there rather than overflow onto the main line you send to us.
Well, I could just disconnect the main line that I send to you. that would solve my problem too.
That's fine. I have Justin's stuff sorted to come in on a different line now. So let's take a little look see over here.
For the record, though, you created this problem by running the world non-stop.
No. You had bauxite going in. No.
The only reason
we didn't touch your stuff. So the bauxite was flowing to a container, kind of at the start. Almost by the coal stuff, right?
Yeah.
And you had a little one-off factory that couldn't handle the amount of bauxite that was coming in, and there's a splitter, and it decided to send it along the main line because you don't have an overflow for it.
It was filled all of a sudden.
It would have happened during this playthrough.
Well, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So, in other words, it's a direct result of you playing off-stream.
Well, yeah, or you not designing things to be able to handle being run. That's fine.
Maybe my entire plan was to fix that right away. Maybe I was standing right in front of the thing that was going to solve that when I logged in.
How defensive you are after I've watched our episodes.
I'm just saying, I put a lot of time and effort. And look at this chest isn't even full of bauxite now. See, he's shorted me bauxite.
I drained that. Yeah, I definitely did that on purpose. Yeah, I feel like I'm entitled to whatever I want.
Where's the train?
That's not the only one. That's the only one I told you about. All right, so
where's the train?
Factomart. We walled it in, hopefully to help with the FPS when you're outside. When you're inside, it's still gonna be a darn nightmare. Clean up some of the power lines. Made sure it was flight friendly, and then we cleaned up some of this where you actually make stuff. That's all attached now. I took away JJ's stator directly to rotors, and I actually made a bin for stators because we need them for our other stuff, I think.
We will, yep.
Every single line has been upgraded all the way to aluminum, so there's no longer randoms. If you do see like a random hitching though, that's just because there were splitters or mergers or whatever, so feel free to upgrade if that becomes an issue. That's just a FYI to Jay if you're around here and you see something like going weird. Added a bunch of bin work below, which we'll go show in a second. So yeah, everything here has been upgraded and made flight friendly. And Factomart really came into its own when the hover pack came around.
Certainly did.
It's no longer a pain in the butt to work with or life threatening to work with. And you can see we have to alternate the lifts now because we're that high. We do have an issue that we brought up a long time ago that's now relevant, and that Factomart has kind of hit the ground at the end here. So we are going to have to raise it and probably just convert to like one bin, or we'll have to figure it out. It's not a big problem right now because we're not utilizing all of the bins.
Can't you bend it? Like make it take a left turn or something like that instead?
I am open to ideas and discussion, and we can figure it out. There are 4 bins unused, so there's still 4 goods that you can just come down here and set the smart splitters of those things, and then Factomart will be good for another 4 items, which we might be using somewhat soon. One of the main reasons why is because I was tired of Factomart being the real thing that kept me awake, sadly enough, is because Factomart could not handle overflow and undefined at the same time gracefully. So now overflow will come from all these 2 sides, come back down the main line to the main sink that's now located down the middle at the kind of the enter point actually. And then undefined stuff will cycle out of these 2 right here and right here. And for now, if we decide to expand, it'll change. But for now, it goes up and travels along this to a bin by the train station where you can grab anything that's undefined. So right now, most of the stuff that's going to be undefined is any high-level good that we don't need to bin, but we do need to collect for milestones or space elevators. So they'll be easy to grab and pop in. I changed the Justin line. Not exclusively Justin line, but the Justin and Quaternium line. So in reality, all we're getting from Justin is rubber and plastic. And I guess quartz.
And it sounds like tears.
I feel like I own that quartz, though, because I definitely am the one that placed that quartz. But I changed it to come in this side so that we decrease the burden on... because Factomart, is designed with two main entry lines. And so all the stuff that Justin's sending our way, if we can get it sorted into the proper bins before it enters those main lines, so along here, then we can decrease the burden on the main 2 lines. And what that really serves to do, so these are the main 2 lines. Whoa, that was weird. What that really serves, it allows for us to get stuff from JJ's area a lot faster, because he had this container just full of stuff and now it's empty. Can you believe that, Jay? This container is finally empty.
Which container was that?
The container right before the smart splitter.
Oh, yeah. From the old factory.
Was full of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now it's actually getting emptied, which is pretty cool. Can't tell graphically if this is...
I have 2 questions. First question is...
How dare you?
How do overflow contain... Well, that's my 3rd question, but we'll get back to
ignore that one.
I need to get to the practicality of things. So yeah, you literally just disconnected it right here.
Yep. Told you. At least I told you.
Yep, exactly. I appreciate that you told me, because it would have caused problems later on for me. Okay, first question. How do overflow containers behave, like work, technically?
There is no overflow container. What is your actual question?
Talking about the filter? Or the smart splitter?
So we... maybe. So... we figured out... I thought we'd established that the top port on a double storage container behaves differently than the bottom port.
I don't think they do.
Am I crazy?
You were trying to use it as a 1-to-1 splitter, and that is probably not the best use case for that.
Okay, so I'm just gonna run excess. I'm just gonna run the top port on there to the sink, and whatever happens, happens.
Just use a smart splitter.
Yeah, what?
I did, but that wasn't good enough for you.
No, you didn't use a smart splitter. Your smart splitter was pulling out box. I don't remember all the different channels, but you didn't have an overflow on it.
Correct. I did not have an overflow.
So you run a contain. So you have whatever takes your bauxite, right? Then you have the container full of bauxite, and then you have the connection that comes from the smart splitter that filters out bauxite. Then your other output on the smart splitter you set up as undefined, okay?
Yep.
And then you have the third one marked as overflow. And then the only thing that's going to overflow then is the one thing that you call out. And then everything else can be allowed to flow down the main line, just like every single smart splitter in Factomart is set up. Just showing the people what it looks like.
Yep. Then I will go make that one change on that splitter instead of what I just did, which is probably draining all my bauxite, which is fine.
Everything's
fine. So that's my first question. So then the second question is, you said there was something that went wrong with the power. What do I need to be looking at into?
That's
for
JJ.
that?
He said he fixed it. I don't know what he had to do.
So something tripped your primary coal generator circuit. So I don't know if you...
My one-off?
Yes. Which
How?
stopped the miner eventually because it ran out of coal. And it caused all sorts of other problems.
How did that happen?
That's my question. So all that I know is that there's nothing new on the circuit now, but there must have been, because I just had to flip the switch for the circuit to restart itself.
That was our great Black Op 2021.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a pain in the butt. I was just trying to do some changes to Factomart, and then suddenly everything died. And then when we ran out of power, I ran out of fuel. So all of my like 10, 12 fuel generators suddenly ran out of fuel. And we were like 2,000 or 3,000 energy short or something stupid like that. Oh, it was bad.
Simpler times.
This is what Miles did to Factomart. He walled it in and put out a sign. It looks really nice. Oh, Miles, those lights on the inside that show those big spotlights on the inside, I hate them. I don't like them at all.
Yeah, they don't dim. Like, they just go from 1 to 100, and I hate it. So I'll take them down.
I had them super dimmed. I tried changing colors. Miles put these lights, and they light this thing up. But it's like a second sun.
We're all tan from those things. It's not supposed to be like that. I apologize. I was like, maybe it's going to be different the next time we play. So
I know you're like trying mood lighting, and I was like, I like the effort. I'm not gonna destroy it, but
destroy it.
I mean,
I'm nowhere near it right now, but destroy it if it's really
it's fine.
annoying.
I just shut it off because he put a nice light switch on it. I just shut it off.
Okay,
But I turned the intensity down, and I was like, oh,
I turned it to like 1%, and it didn't do jack. So I apologize.
just want to make sure. I want to make sure I got this right now. So bauxite to the left, any undefined to the center. Overflow.
It has to be undefined
to the right.
too, not the star.
Yes, the term any undefined to the center output. So that's everything else that's not bauxite.
Yep.
And then overflow will go to the left. Or to
and then if your main line does back up, the any undefined line also backs up. It will go to overflow. So
which is fine. That's highly unlikely to happen.
That is a real problem for I'm gonna die. Fire Factomart.
Fire Factomart.
Okay.
All right,
so
there was no power line. I was just flying off into space.
Bye.
Thanks for made.
What is this? That's water.
All right, so that's Factomart. There's not a whole lot to do. There's just a lot of man hours to actually bring everything up to code and to make it work. And to future-proof it for all of 4 bins worth. But I did add stators. I had 5. I used 1 for stators, so now there's 4 left. Also, since we're recording, if you want to go to that bin of undefined materials, do you know where it is?
It's by
I assume you were
factory or by the train station. Is that
Are you not at Facto? Oh, you are there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go up to the train station. It's right in the corner, right
Yep.
at the very first bin of Facto Mart.
Yep.
You might find some supercomputers there.
Ooh.
So, as we said in the beginning, no supercomputers had existed, but we did have. They might have existed within the.
some of them did? I
within-
think.
in the whatever it's called that makes them. What is that called?
Manufacturer.
God.
Manufacturer. I think some of them might have been in there. Oh, I also added a bin for high-speed connectors. I added a few bins. Oh, and AI limiters as well.
Are you guys ready
so
for
I added
this?
a few bins.
This new era.
I'm not, but yes.
I gotta ask JJ again. So all you had to do was turn the one power plant back on, and everything went back to normal.
I literally had to flip the switch for the circuit to untrip it. Is what I did.
So in theory, something tripped it, even though my max consumption isn't over capacity.
That's what we were curious about. You had
Justin,
to
if I have to speculate, it's a multiplayer thing. You know how I was having issues with fluids over here?
Sure.
Maybe
water.
If I had to guess, gun to the head, that your pipes didn't register as working.
No, this would have been. It's only. Well, yeah, okay. Maybe the.
You know what I mean? Like you ran out of water, and then that killed the power, which killed the coal
That
production.
could be, yeah. I was
'Cause, yeah,
thinking
I mean,
Gun to the
accidentally-
head. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, because all my containers look like they're still chock full of coal. All the water looks like the pressure's holding just fine.
So while I was upgrading Factomart, I came over here to my little also because I was troubleshooting the fuel and I had to create bioreactors and a separate line that I could run just fuel generation off of. It was a nightmare. I started upgrading my fuels to Mark II pipes or whatever. Yeah, that reintroduced all of that fluid multiplayer nightmare garbage. If you'll notice, they're all Mark II pumps, not two Mark I pumps, because why not upgrade the whole system if you have to tear it all apart? Yeah, it was very frustrating. We're not blaming this one on you, just letting you know that a thing happened. Just keep an eye open for it.
Yeah.
Which,
Okay.
even though we have nuclear power about ready to go, I'm going to create a whole bunch of fuel plants in the meantime. So as fun as I would like to do nuclear power, we're going to take care of the important parts.
Did you just unlock?
Potential danger for the rest of us.
Oh, I forgot. This is... Oh, she is saying a lot.
Oh, it's a yeah.
It's been a while, Rich. I missed you. You never write to me. Alright, so I'm gonna keep that running for a while. I'm gonna head back home.
So there are
Yeah,
other
I gotta go do
improvements
something.
as well.
Don't fall! Don't fall! Ow.
Just so everyone knows.
Other improvements?
So the
Gravity's
trains,
still on.
The gravity is still on. The trains are now working appropriately, both to
Nice.
Le Secret and to
Yeah, but you call this Rich's secret, so it's not
Yeah.
named properly.
Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
you can change that back when you get a chance.
I suppose I'm the only one who can.
Yeah, Mr. Needle.
Yeah, I'm not touching that at all.
Justin, you also have a train line going to you. It is working as well. So anything you send, we can send resources to each other via train.
So if it goes up that one escalator, you get it.
Yeah. Make sure it's the right one, or I don't know if it's the right one,
Well,
but
there's only... I can't send things up the one going down.
yeah, that's true.
So,
Jay, I'm
although-
modifying over at Le Secret to how things come into it. I
Yeah.
think it's good for now, but just let you know that
Yeah,
It's
so
different.
I'm exporting too much copper ingots to you, and I'm getting it
no, you're
back.
not. You're fine.
Okay.
You're good.
I
You're good
was
now.
So
getting it back.
it on my end of the loop, there's the output is tied back into the input, so anything you send to me is just gonna come right back.
I think I
Anything you send to me goes to the sink. For
I
the most part.
thought, Justin, for you, like a whole bunch of things. So I set it up as like a circuit in your end initially.
Yeah.
And I think I forgot to change some things. So anything that was like being loaded onto the train was being immediately unloaded off the train. At,
No,
like,
Jay,
the
that was your
second stop
defense
for you.
system in case he did send us any kind
Oh,
of
yeah, yeah,
radioactive
yeah.
material. So that was a good move.
There's that.
So whatever Jay just said, Justin, he was lying?
Well, see, now I can send you all sorts of stuff because you guys left it running. So I've got storage containers up the wazoo of stuff.
Jay, where do you bring in stuff from, Justin? Because you should send that outside to get treated before it comes inside.
Yeah, so I'm about to bust open a wall that Miles has for me.
Okay,
Just gonna have like a treatment system.
Don't worry, I'm also going to set up a treatment center.
Here's the deal, guys. I will make this vow right now just to help you guys out.
Why do I hear you smiling?
I am
Totally
smiling because at the end of the day, I vow I will not send you
hilarious.
anything without your permission. How's that sound? Either via train or conveyor belt.
I feel like there's a clause with what you're saying.
Like the Santa
nope.
Claus?
No clauses.
Very good,
Sending us
Rich.
old
Straight
white
up.
dudes?
Just straight up being a friendly citizen. I have read the comments. Thank you, people leaving comments.
You're
and
welcome from me.
I've seen the errors of my ways, and I am going to be a better, satisfactory citizen from this point forward.
I hope it was your parents.
So there you go. YouTubes. You can stop leaving all those nasty comments for me about how I'm not a contributor and how I'm like intentionally sabotaging things. None of it's intentional. It's all very unintentional.
Well,
at least that's what I want you to believe. So,
There it is.
oh, what was this one for? You guys have made me forget what I was doing. I got so sidetracked by everything you broke. Okay, sorry.
You were
I didn't
doing
break anything. I shut something off. That's not breaking.
You completely destroyed
the
something.
court records will show.
This was not an
This was
accident. I
not
did not break it. You broke Factomart, which is worth way more than your bauxite line.
That might be true.
Actually, it's more of a minor inconvenience than anything else.
All
Well, it's
right.
because it's a mined ore, so it like comes in quite fast. So the undefined bin was filling up rather quickly. Holy cow!
So I should get rid of these lights.
So, what's the waste called?
Okay, we gotta take care of this end of the line now.
What's the waste called?
Which waste?
Waste? What waste?
Uranium?
The
Jesus
waste.
Christ.
What?
Nah, I don't think the waste is called Jesus
Are you
Christ.
building nuclear stuff over there already?
No, we're setting up our filters.
I never get to do anything fun.
I see what it is. You guys played off air because you thought I was having too much fun over here.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I'd like to have fun. I was busy just upgrading, like conveyor belts, and then you'd come over and you'd take all the goods that those conveyor belts service, and then go have fun. And I'm like, well, this is stupid. All right.
Oh, I'm gonna do this.
Let me look at the map here.
I can't believe those lights at 2%. It's still
Tanning.
blinding.
How far do things radiate? Why did I get hurt?
How far do things radiate?
Hey, you think you think this is a ridiculous question? I think this is a real question. How far do I need to set things away so that when you send us things, you said you weren't going to send us things, we don't die? In fact, or it doesn't become lost.
Wasteland.
It was a thriving community.
Trying to avoid the was.